to one and all. Our group number is 5.
And our topic is environmental activism. So let's jump right into it.
So what is environmental activism? The term environmental activism is defined as the action of individual or group that protect the environment, and it is the bringing together of various group of people and organization to work together in the social, economic and conservation field to tackle the environment. Environmental activism has been active in India from various environmental movements like the Chipko movement, which aims at protecting trees.
Why is environmental activism important? Environmental activism can bring attention to serious issues, mobilize others to use their voices and their votes, to influence political leaders. Increased awareness of environmental concerns may cause companies to get involved in sustainable practices, to adopt green strategies, and to proactively engage in corporate social responsibilities. Environmental concerns may lead individuals to get more involved in other critical forms of civic management, particularly in relation with social and racial justice issues.
Okay, so now how to get involved in environmental activism. So the first step towards environmental advocacy can be small and simple, such as undertaking a volunteer project for planting trees or cleaning up beach pollution. This can help an individual get comfortable with activism and help them identify an environmental cause that engages them. Then they may be ready to join larger organizations or movements or inspire them to build awareness themselves.
Environmental and ecological movements, like other social movements, have grown in prominence in India since the 1970s. These include challenges such as protecting people's right to utilizing natural resources, preventing land degradation, and maintaining ecological balance, among others. With the help of other leadership, NGOs, and other civil society organizations, the environmental and ecological movements have gained pace. These movements have helped to raise people's awareness and have had some success. They are an important part of India's democracy.
Now I'll be talking about two environmentalists, Salim Ali and Malhar Kalambe. Salim Ali, one of the greatest ornithologists and environmentalists, is also known as the Birdman of India. He was the first scientist to carry out systematic bird surveys in India and abroad. His research work is considered highly influential in development of ornithology. Salim Ali not only researched about birds but also contributed in the arena of protection of nature. For his extraordinary efforts, he was given an international award of 5 lakh rupees and he donated all the money to the Bombay Natural History Society. The government of India also gave him the Padma Bhushan and the Padma Vibhushan. Talk about Malhar Kalambe. Malhar Kalambe was a college-going student pursuing BCom. He was complaining to his mother about how the environment becomes during the festivals and how it pollutes the city beaches. His mother simply suggested that if he had an issue with such a thing, he should do something about it. So he gathered some of his friends to go to the Dadar beach that weekend and clean it up. What was started purely out of concern has now turned into an initiative called Beach Please, where Kalambe and a community of 250,000 volunteers cleaned the beaches for over 232 weeks till the June of end and collected 67 lakh kg of trash. Also, his volunteers organized cleanups in the Mithi river bank near Mahim and also on Sunday at Mangrove Forest near Airoli.
Some environmental NGOs in India are Kalpavriksha, Aranyaks, Ecosphere, and one such organization we've closely looked into is Changes Us. Changes Us is an initiative started by Shubh Mehta and Akshat Shah in the year 2009.
Hi, so can you introduce yourself?
Hi, so my name is Shubh Mehta and I'm the co-founder of Changes Us.
Okay, so which is the biggest cleanup you've had till date?
So the biggest cleanup which we have had till date was the one on the Children's Day on 13th of November this year, and we crossed nearly 700 plus volunteers at the beach at once.
So are there any other organizations you all have worked with?
So there are a bunch of other organizations which are in this space. We know one which is Beach Please. We currently work with Seafins at our own beach. And apart from this, there are a lot of other companies or corporates which are trying to get into the entire arena for beach cleanups. For example, SBI Foundation is our partner. Giants International Group is also our partner, and we've been working and collaborating with them since the day we started.
Okay, great. So what does the CIU logo mean?
So the CIU logo is a very uniquely crafted piece. There are 4 elements to it. First is the map at the rear end. If you notice closely, you will see that there is a map of South Mumbai, and the C stands for the Girgaon Chowpatty beach, which we already cleaned. Apart from this, we also have CIU in 3 different colors: green, red and blue. Green for the U stands for the turnaround which we are trying to bring. Blue stands for the freshness and the change which we want to provide our society with. And red stands for the passion with which we work.
Okay, so last question. What does CIU mean to you?
CIU means the world to me. CIU also means that there is hope out there. CIU also means that there is the passion in the young leaders out there who want to bring change in the society, and we will. Thank you.
Thank you. Hi, please introduce yourself.
So my name is Akshat Shah. I'm the co-founder of Changes Us.
Okay, so when did you start Changes Us?
So we started Changes Us in 2019, to be precise, July of 2019.
Okay, so what made you start Changes Us?
So I got into climate activism back in November of 2018. That was the time when I came across posts related to climate change, global warming. And in 2019, when the Amazon rainforest fires happened, that time I got the thing that I want to do something for the cause. So, like to make my make my contribution to things. So in February, that was the time when I first came across these cleanup pages on Instagram, and I thought this as a great way of making people aware and mobilizing. And then I saw that at Girgaon Chowpatty beach, no one else was doing it. So this was a great way, according to me, and also this was how I could make my real contribution to the movement. So later on, after my exams got done, after coming back from the trip, I went to the other cleanup sites in Bombay. I spoke to the founders that what all is required, what are the equipments required, what are the permissions required, and talking to them, I got to know that I have to talk to the BMC. So later on, after a week, I went to the BMC. I spoke to the ward officer, Mr. Vishwas Mota, and he was very receptive about the entire idea about starting a cleanup, a young person starting a cleanup at the beach by himself and all those things. So after that, they lended us the support. They gave us the requirements, the equipment, the gloves and the buckets. And then on 21st of July 2019 was the first time we held our cleanups. And since then, we have been doing it every week.
Wow, that's great, really great. So what is the impact that you have created?
So the impact that we've created till date is we've engaged more than 9,000 volunteers.
Wow.
And we have a community of around 12,000 people. And with the help of these people, we have successfully diverted around 300 tons of waste from the coastline of Mumbai, from the coastline of the Bombay city that you see. So yes, and apart from that, through social media, other field activities, through webinars and seminars, we've tried and made people aware about the entire situation of climate change, about the entire situation of plastic pollution, how it is bad, how it is impacting the earth, and what we should do, what we can do to tackle the problem or to make it less. Yeah.
What's your name?
Hi, I'm Tia.
Have you ever been on a beach cleanup before?
No, not a beach cleaner.
Okay, how was this experience for you?
It was pretty fun. There's a lot of plastic bags. I never knew the actual amount of plastic bags that were there. I thought it was much less.
And what has inspired you to contribute to the environment?
I'm a big environmentalist. always. I'm always keeping the AC off. I'm always trying to delete emails to keep my carbon footprint low. So when I heard that we were doing this, I was pretty excited for it. So yeah.
That's great.
Hi, what is your name?
My name is Anushi Diwan.
What environmental problems are important to you?
I feel climate change is a very important environmental problem that we should all look at and take some strict actions to prevent so much of dirt and so much of carbon dioxide being released in the atmosphere. So I think climate change is something we should look at seriously.
Hi, what's your name?
My name's Hannah.
Have you ever been for any cleanup?
Yes, I've been to one cleanup before.
And how was your experience?
My experience there or my experience here? Oh, my experience here was really nice. I think we got a lot done. Everyone who was organizing it was very nice, and I felt like we managed to make even if it's just a bit of difference on the beach.
Oh, that's wonderful. And what advice would you like to give the Gen Z of today's generation, like related to environment?
Well, I think we know it's our job to save the earth. Since we're going to be the ones living here, and I think in today it's mostly to buy less, because we can do as many of these beach cleanups as we like, but the fashion industry is always going to be faster at churning out more. So it's our job to buy less.
Okay, thank you for your time.
Thank you.
It's time